What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can still get deals done if cash does not work. So a lot of people, they just look at the cash aspect, and honestly, I was one of those people. I just looked at the cash aspect. Hey, how can I make a quick 30,000 on a wholesale fee? How can I make 40,000 on a flip? When you can really maximize over the long term on these real estate deals, like hundreds of $1,000s. So let's say I can make 30 grand on a wholesale. If you do it right, you can make 100 plus with creative financing. So we're gonna go over a live example on a deal we're doing and a deal that we did. So my market is DFW. So this property was in Tarrant County, right? So close to Fort Worth, all in that area. So the ARV on this was 285. So ARV 285, $285,000. So the seller wanted 205, repairs 30 to 40K. So in this example, could you make a wholesale deal work? So I'm about to put on my calculator and we go put a calculator up on the screen somewhere. So 285 times 0.8 minus, let's say I need $40,000 in work. And I'm doing just the max allowable offer, right? Or where you can sell it to an end buyer, I would say. So the 0.8 formula where you'll sell it to an end buyer. So an end buyer will be at 188. So the end buyer will be around 188. And especially in this market, like where we're going and transitioning, I mean, it will probably even be hard to find a buyer at 188 because of the market. If this was 3-4 months ago in the summer, then that would fly. But right now, it will still probably be hard to find a buyer because they need larger spread, right? So we offered the seller, I think we offered him around 180, 175. He's like, no, I want 205. If you can't give me 205, kick rocks. Okay, so now we gotta think about the deal differently. Okay, so how can we still give the seller what they want, they walk away happy, and still make money? So one thing you could do is seller finance. So seller finance, so ARV is 285 and he wants 205. So at that point, he's still giving us what, about 71, 72% of equity he has that he's trying to give up. Of course, we still gotta renovate it, but how can we still grab that? Can we wholesale this? No. So, okay, seller finance. So you wouldn't be able to make this offer work because end buyer has to be on 188. The seller absolutely wants 205. They motivated, they ready to go. But how can you build a solution to them? So what we did was we seller finance, the property is free and clear. So that was the best part. Property's free and clear, no liens, no mortgages. So he has a lot of equity he working with. So what we offered the seller is, hey, we'll give you 205 over 30 years. Okay. So let me get my phone. So why is this huge? Because if we pull out a mortgage calculator, if you do 205,000 at 0% interest, because it's over 30 years, we don't bring up interest. That's payments of $569. So now you gotta stop looking at a cash perspective and look at rentals. So we went and looked at the rental rates, about $1,850 on this one. So rental rates are $1,850. Our payment to the seller is about $569. So tax, of course, okay, the cash flow on the asset, you got to get all the expenses or the income minus the expenses. So the payment won't be the only expense. You still got to allocate taxes and insurance. So the insurance is probably 150. So 150, right? Taxes, about 300 a month. So 469. So if you add all of this up, what would be your expenses on the home? 569 plus 150 plus 300. All in expenses on this property about $1,000 right? So can you make a deal work with this? The rents, the income minus the expenses. So monthly on this house, you could cash flow $831 positive cash flow. And a lot of people would have went over this deal, just would have said, hey, it doesn't work. I can't make my 10 grand, my 20 grand, but you're gonna make that over the course of those years. So let me be transparent as well. The seller didn't accept this, right? So we put down 15 grand on this deal. So the note was about, we went a little bit up on a note, like 210, but it'll be around the same with a $15,000 note. So 15K down. $15 grand down. And we're getting $831 a month. So when will we get our money back on this? So in about 18 months. So, but that's only one exit. Another thing with creative finance, you can have multiple exits. So I can hold this for the long term, or you can wrap it. So you can wrap it with a seller finance on the other end. So I'm getting a 0% interest loan with 15 grand down, even though I need work. ARV's 285, the note is about 210 or so. So could I go to somebody else, say, hey, I need 30 grand, 40 grand down, and then put it on a 5% interest. So they're still getting below what they'll get to a bank, put them on 5% and still cash flow. So let's do the number on that. So let's say, for example, we wrapped it. So we're selling for, let's say 40K down. 5% interest. Let's say 210. So with that, they would pay us $1,127 a month. And we're not, in this example, we're not responsible for insurance, for taxes. We're just responsible for this monthly payment. But that went to 210. So let's say 210 at zero, it'll really be 583. So just change the numbers right quick because this is what we agreed on. 583. So if you subtract that minus 583, so you got $544 cash flow. So that's what you will be making for the remainder of the loan. And you're no money in on this deal. Your 40K is what they paid you. You paid the seller 15 grand. So about 25K in pocket. 25K in pocket, about $544 cash flow. A lot of people would have walked over this deal. So stop looking at it as just a cash aspect. Look at it as, how can I work this out? Even if it takes time to make money, I'll take the time that it makes them make money. Because with wholesaling, everybody wanting the quick dollar. I'm just trying to get that quick dollar. But an investor, a real estate investor, or an investor period, uses time. So they don't use, okay, I'm just trying to make it quick 30, 40 grand in 1-2 weeks. They use a time. So that 30, 40K they could have made in 2 weeks, they're making that 100, 200, 300 grand over the course of 30 years and still holding the asset. So they're making money forever on it. So question, do you want to make money forever or do you want to make money now? Again, some deals are going to be better cash. Some deals are going to be better this, but funnel out and pick one, which one is the best, so you can make the most money and look at it different ways. So that's how you can make money on a deal that most wholesalers will pass up on, and you can still make other things work if cash don't work. So implement this in your business, it's gold.